Hey, it's Jeff at 650 Cycle, and today I'm a Classic Daily. We are going to be cutting out a rack for the CB500, so I have some storage on my commuter bike. Got some other stuff going on. It's a pretty cool place. Lots of cool stuff around here. Sometimes they make turbo noises. And today's project is pretty simple, though. Here's a CNC plasma table, so we're going to put it on that. I'm going to bring you guys along. I brought lunch today, so we're going to have some steaks on the grill and eat like kings, and then we're going to build some stuff. So stay tuned. Oh my gosh. I forgot to put these in the truck. Can't believe they stayed on there the whole way. Yeah, you can see lots of cool stuff around here. Yeah. Look what we come up with. There it is. Ta-da! And now we're gonna go cut it out. Hey, we're back from Jake's, back from Classic Daily, and ready to start putting this thing together. So let me show you what I got set up so far on the bike. We made it in 3 pieces. We have a left and a right, and then that center piece, which is going underneath it all. Something didn't quite get measured right. I'm okay with that. This line didn't come out quite right, and so these holes are a little bit off. If we put the holes where they're supposed to be and everything lines up, it moves this out so the bags are sitting not square. So not a big deal. We'll do that. I got to mark where the new holes go. I'm gonna have to trim this, and I think I'm gonna have to take some of the plastic off because to get this to sit right. Right now what I'm doing is some final fitment things. What we did yesterday would come out really nice and is going to work really good, but it has to be fitted. It's a custom piece, so there's going to be little tweaks here and there that I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to get to that, and I'll bring you back once I got this all straightened out. All right, I got it clearanced. Didn't go quite as well as I had expected. Probably should have used a different method, but I lost the tab that holds these side pieces on. It just kind of broke apart, but it's pretty sturdy. It's kind of locked in. There's probably another section where it's bolted on, but what I gained was exactly what I wanted, which was clearance for these. They can fit in there and they'll sit flat. Once I get these cut off, I have to cut those because my seat hooks right here. So I'll get these cut, get those on, and we will move forward. All right, we're making progress. The seat is attached. Everything is attached. The seat's on there like I wanted it to be. Everything's fairly square where it's sitting. Once we get this piece on, it's going to eliminate a lot of that. Let me pop it off and show you. Yeah. So the seat's a little snug on there. There's obviously some things on there that are, I think these are pushing on it. But notch this out. I had to take a little bit more off of this so that it would fit down on the inside of that. I'm not done grinding on this. It needs the edges cleaned up pretty good. But I had to take that off in order to get the rear tab for the seat to sit on there. So now I'm going to move to this back piece, this bottom piece. The interesting thing is that I've decided to put this monstrosity back on, and the main reason is that it gets the blinkers back out. The blinkers are going to be out past the boxes, And so that's interesting, but the more interesting thing to me is that this has nuts here, so we were a little short on the underside with that, and I think I can get some longer bolts, and it's going to work just fine. So I'm going to move on to that piece. Let's get all of this straightened up. This could be a little bit, because I got to pull blinks off, and the license plate light also needs to be hooked up back up on here. Hopefully I can make this work. We'll see. Alright, let's take a look. I got this cross piece on, bolts on each side. It sturdies it up quite a bit. I had to put this awful looking thing back on here. This thing is hideous. I really don't like it, but the bags kind of go where they need to go. Kind of blends a little bit with the bags, so I would really like to not have it, but I'm not. I just can't. It's got to be on here. I might trim this piece off because it is ugly. It's no wonder they put a fender eliminator kit on it, because this is not pretty at all. Worst part of the bike right here, in my opinion, of course. Everything's on here the way it should be. What am I at right now? Now I got to start drilling holes in the boxes and getting the boxes mounted. So that could be interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill one hole, position it, and then mark the rest and drill them, and then put them in, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I have to work on its top, but it's the side bags right now, so we'll get to that. Alright, I'm at the point where I'm mounting this. I have one bolt in the front. I have it lined up. There's a nice line on this box, this raised piece right here that I lined up on here. So I'm going to mark the insides of the box. I'm going to go through and mark on this side and then drill them, and then I can mount it. But if we take a look a little further back, that's kind of what I was going for. Actually, it's exactly what I was going for. I like it. So it's not really super big and obtrusive, which is what I didn't want. Everything fits on there pretty good. This is going really well. Now watch it all fall apart. The one big drawback is this is just hideous. I know I said that, but I'm just not a fan. I'm going to have to do something with it, though. I do like that it brings the blinkers out beyond the back plane of the bags, so that if you were riding right here, you couldn't have seen the blinker. So I want the blinkers to be seen, so that puts it out there. So, alright, anyways, I'm going to mark this, mount this one, and then I'm going to do the other side, and then we'll work on the top. Alright, we got them both mounted. They are secured. I like them. It's exactly what I was thinking it was going to look like and work like. Pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. I got to do the top box, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to weld all these nuts on, spot weld them on there, so that you don't have to get in there. It's just from the inside of the box to mount everything. And from there, you can do a little finish, clean up, paint. But next is the top box. Where's that at? Let me see. It's going to sit like that, somewhere, somehow on there. Got to figure all that out. But that's essentially where and how it's going to sit and what it's going to look like. Yeah, I like it. Good amount of storage. Cool. On to the top box. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I do believe I'm going to continue this video, though, until it's done. But for right now, I have the side bags on. I have this mounted. I bought 3-inch risers, and I really only needed 2. So I will adjust that, because there's quite a gap there that doesn't need to be there. But everything's pretty much attached. From this point, what I need to do is tack all of these nuts, fasteners, the nuts on there, so that it's easier to fasten all of it together, and go from there. Definitely need 2-inch risers instead of 3. It will definitely look better. So next, I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow, but Sometime this weekend I'll get back out here and I'll start tacking some of that together and see how it goes. And I'll bring you along and you can see the end results. I'm pretty happy with the way everything is sitting on there. Other than that 3-inch riser, it really needs to be 2. But everything else went together just like I had planned, just like I thought it was going to. It's going to work good, last a long time. I like it. Alright, I got the nuts welded on the back side of my frames. And this is essentially mounted. Everything's bolted down. It's pretty secure where it's at. The paint is a little tacky right under there for some reason. It's been painted for 3 days now. But anyways, this is the rack itself, the way it sits on the bike with just the rack. I have no intentions of running it without the saddlebags on it, but I did want to just kind of show what it looks like. Get a top view of it. It's held on right there, and then these 4 bolts on the bottom hold that bottom plate, and this is what's holding the bottom plate. I had to do bolts instead of welding it because otherwise I wasn't sure if it was going to pop off the back. I think it might have, but just to be on the safe side. So let me put the saddlebags on it and we'll take a look at that from there. Alright, here's what it looks like with the bags mounted. Just the saddlebags. I mounted the saddlebags on there. Put the seat on. I went back to the original factory fender. Don't love it. In fact, I hate it. But it works. It gets these turn signals out from behind that box. Pretty simple box there. And you can see I used a bigger washer here. I was using what I had. So I'm going to try to put those in there. Maybe in the future. I got to keep an eye on it. If it starts getting if they start getting stress cracks or anything, then I definitely put a bigger one on there. But I don't think I'm going to need to do anything right now. I'm pretty happy with the way it sits right now. Just like that. This is how I intended to ride it this summer. With just these bags on here. But let's take a look at it with the top box on there and see the difference that makes. There is the finished product. I don't hate how this sits on there. I like how it all works together. It kind of flows together. And my original intention was to just use these for this summer, but I may leave this on there. It doesn't look out of place. It doesn't look big. It doesn't look bulky. Everything kind of works the way it's supposed to. So I'm pretty happy with the way everything sat down on there and the way everything looks. May or may not keep that top box on there for the summer. I have a lot of things I need to do that I want to do with this bike, but I need to ride it first and see what actually needs to be done. So that's one of those things. I do like the whole thing. I think it came out really well. Not trying to one-up any of the manufacturers that make saddlebags. It's just that nobody really offered something that I wanted. I'm a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I like doing projects myself. I wanted a smaller bag. This is a smaller bike overall, and I wanted a smaller bag on it. I'm not an adventure touring person. I don't need big bags on it, so I'm pretty happy with what I got. I've got, I think, 120 bucks into it right now. So we're going to go with that. And I like it. Can't wait to ride it. I say that every time I walk out here. Can't wait to ride this bike. Well, there you go. There's the final, the finale of the saddlebag installing storage on the CB500. And I'm probably not going to do another video on the storage, but I'm going to do some other 500F content. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're out riding somewhere, ride safe.